Hey everyone, my name is Sam and I'm starting a video sports blog. This is something I've been wanting to do for a really long time because I love sports and I love to talk about sports. So after this episode, if you have any arguments against what I'm saying or have suggestions for future shows, I'd love to get your feedback. I am a Chicago sports fan. I was born and raised there, and I'm an Ole Miss alum, so they have my heart as well, but I'm going to try and keep my bias about those teams to a minimum. I'm going to start today by talking about the NFL and really the quarterback that has most surprised me. That's Trevor Siemian of the Denver Broncos. He comes from Northwestern where he completed less than 60% of his passes, and that was in an offense that really ran on high percentage completion passes, such as quick slants. And now he's in Gary Kubiak's system, which does sometimes require deep ball throws, and I really didn't think he was going to do that well. Don't get me wrong. Anything is better than butt fumble Sanchez, but Trevor Siemian has really surprised me. He's throwing for over 67%, and that's with deep balls included. The good news for him, too, is that he doesn't have to be great. He doesn't even really have to be good. All he has to be is mediocre. Peyton Manning and Brock Osweiler were less than mediocre last year, and with the defense they have, they got a Super Bowl ring. So Trevor Siemian, all he has to do is keep it up, and he could end up with one, too. Next, I'm going to talk about Ryan Fitzpatrick. Wow, what a disappointment. I said all offseason, pay the man, pay the man, pay the man. He's the only reason you won so many games last year. And I'm going to eat crow on this one because he has 5 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. They have a great defense, but they're not doing anything on offense. Matt Forte can't get going. He's got 341 yards over 5 games, and the bulk of that was in one game. And it's really because of Ryan Fitzpatrick's play, because Matt Forte's biggest strength is his ability to catch balls and run with them. So until they do something with that offense, I don't see the Jets doing much of anything this year. Next, I want to give out my Big Baby Award, which this week is going to Green Bay's coach, Mike McCarthy, who is supposedly an offensive genius and gets paid $6 million a year to be an offensive genius. Well, his great offense is ranked 25th right now, and he has Aaron Rodgers, Jordy Nelson, and Eddie Lacy. There is no reason they shouldn't be in the top 5. And then when the press wants to ask you about it, which is really the fans asking you about it, you're going to go off and cry about how you don't want to talk about it? Sorry, dude, you kind of have to. You need to give us answers as to why you're not doing your job. Everyone else is doing their job. You're not. And part of your job is talking to the press. So get over yourself. And my biggest idiot of the award of the week goes to Jerry Jones. I understand you want to give praise to your veteran quarterback because you want to ride him into a wheelchair, apparently. But Dak Prescott has been playing great. Really great. And even if he is going to be benched once Tony Romo is healthy again, which doesn't really matter because Dak Prescott will be on the field later that game, but you don't deflate your young quarterback's ego like that. He's playing well. The team is rallying around your young quarterback. Let them have that. Deflect. Say, well, we'll worry about that when Tony Romo comes back. You don't need to say, no, Tony Romo's going to be the starter because, damn it, I don't care that he's unclutch, and I don't care that he's injury prone. We're going to go with him. He's the man of the future. Jerry Jones, shut up. Next, I'm going to talk about baseball. I'm going to be brief about baseball because I'm very superstitious and we're just getting into the postseason. The good news for Cubs fans is no matter what happens this season, we have the 3rd youngest team in baseball. Thank you, Theo Epstein, because we have 7 players under the age of 26, and they're all great. I'm really excited for the future of that organization. Dodgers and Nationals play tonight. It's interesting. Scherzer doesn't normally play very well against lefties. His ERA is 4.42 against lefties, and there's only one batter in the Dodgers lineup that's not a lefty tonight. But then again, he won 28 games, so we'll see which Max Scherzer we get. I'm really excited for that game. Next, I want to talk about hockey. This isn't ESPN, so we're actually going to pay attention to hockey this year. Austin Matthews for the Toronto Maple Leafs had an incredible game last night. Record-breaking. The first player in history to score 4 goals in his NHL debut. he made people look so stupid. He looks like a young Marian Hossa, and I'm really excited to watch him play. It's going to be a great season. We'll see what we get out of him. Thank you for joining me today. Like I said, any questions or comments, and I'd love to hear them. Enjoy your sports for the week.